Hi there again, everyone. It's me. I'm back, like I said I would be, and I really hope that you guys are having a good day. I'm working on some things again. I thought I'd include you, maybe have a conversation, just something casual to um, really let you guys see a part of, who I am outside of some of the previous videos that I've done where I feel like I maybe did not have as much social energy as I would like, and this is kind of me having as much fresh start as I can, trying to really get into an excited groove of like my book is in the editing process, and I'm working on things that that will hopefully get me out to see public more, and kind of get myself more comfortable, and you guys get to be a part of all that happy-go-lucky stuff. So what I'm working on right now is Grammarly, and I'm doing a bit of this suggestion doesn't make much sense to me because I've already told it no a few times today, but every time I open up the app again or bring up the program, like right now I'm doing it on my desktop, my laptop, and it's like, well, do you want to change all these nevers into only? And I'm like, no, that doesn't really make the tone that I'm trying to go for, which I never really clicked positive, so I don't know why it's asking me to change it to something more positive. But so that I have to laugh at it sometimes because it does kind of get a little silly, the suggestions that it will make, and then I have denied it, or I have to try to like look at it for several minutes sometimes to figure out if I want to make that change or not. And so I'm not going to be doing that the whole time. I'm also working on purchasing some bookmarks and kind of just preparing up for the events that I'm thinking I'm going to be doing. One is in November, and I really hope that I can maybe submit a later picture. I'm trying to get this as almost done as possible, and I'm gonna have, I think, one really early published just so that I can have it in hand and send in a picture, maybe if I'm lucky, if they'll let me. But I had the event, they want pictures now, and the event's in November, and I'm like, it's not fair, but I also feel bad because I have two books that I really never promoted. I never really marketed it right. I just didn't have as much motivation to do that. I wanted to get the process of publishing done and kind of figure out what I want to do, and it kind of also correlates to the fact that I don't really look for the fans, and I don't really want to do the money. I just want to have fun and share a lot of stories, but those were personal, and I kind of figured I'd sacrifice those processes and all the flaws that I made and whatnot, just to learn how to do what I'm gonna do this time. And even though I'm trying not to make any bad decisions, like I'm gonna get an ISBN, I'm gonna get this probably looked at by somebody who's more professional than me. We'll see. I have characters that I want to draw out for other ideas, or just to maybe post on social media with just like a little bit about the characters, or something they did in the stories. And I think that would be a really great idea for just kind of sharing about the story. But it's a whole process, and so I'm always thinking about 20 different things that I gotta be doing right now. So it's not just editing that you're gonna see me doing sometimes. And this one is bookmarks, and then I have to kind of work with my wife a little bit. She's going to be doing some resin pieces that I want to give out for with the book. Shakers, they're like coffin shakers, so vampire story coffin shakers. She's really good at her craft with the resin, and I just have so many things to do, but I wanted to include you guys. And I thought, like, even if we just talked a little bit, and I had a silly topic just to bring into it where, like, get us kind of on a more social thing, where my coworker has this debate the other day at work, and I didn't say anything because I don't like to get into debates and stuff like that, but she was saying some stuff about my lady Cinderella, and I have a tattoo of her, and I have a lot of love for my lady, but not really, anyways, but not really something that I would go and have a big old debate about. But she was like, oh, she's just a girl that cried and got her wish, and then she had her dreams come true, and that's all she is, she just did that. And I'm like, girl. And because honestly there's a whole lot more to it, and it kind of correlates to who I am, and the past that I had, and it's more evolved than that too now, because my wife loves Disney, and I am here for the ride when it comes to Disney. Like, she tells me all this info, and she'll keep me in the loop of all the things that she knows about Disney, and anyway, so, and there was a book that I read where it talked about, I brought it up to her, and she was like, oh, he did that. Walt Disney's father did showcase in Chicago, and while he was helping put up the event, it kind of went up overnight, and there was like literally so much mirrored with that story and Walt Disney's story, where Walt he was really never succeeded at anything, but then the one thing that he did kind of made his name for him. And so I get more excited about just talking about how I'm a writer, I create a story, and I put things in from my own life into stuff. Like, Walt made Cinderella just to say, people thought I was nobody, people thought I was never gonna do anything, and then here I am doing something, and he's making people happy, and it's just like, it just maybe wasn't something that he could write it down, but he showed it in his own little way. And I'm a writer, so I'm writing pieces in, like, Jade, the main character, is a writer, and she really takes pieces from her own history, like maybe a building that she went into, maybe somebody did something, like she can write out a battlefield from some fight that she saw at some point. She's a vampire. Like, she has a history of things that she could just picture it and write it out, or maybe it's somebody's personality, or maybe me. Maybe I want to write a character who has a terrible personality, or maybe he picks his teeth and he does this, or maybe not that I would really ever want to correlate with anybody, but maybe somebody smokes cigarettes, and I just want that character trait, and I can pull that detail from my life. Like, it's always something when you can create these stories from little tiny details, and it's something that I do pretty easily at work. When I'm at work, my mind is open, and it's willing to accept things, and I just kind of like let the pieces fit together, and they create this story. So I could pop out like 2 story idea details, whatever I'm like focusing on. Like, okay, I'm editing, this stuff, um, and I thought about, well, you know, so and so should have a brother, or so and so should have, this color clothes on or something. And so maybe I'll throw that into a piece of the story, but it's nothing huge. Like, I'm not taking away anything that I've written. I'm not deciding that the main character is British instead of Italian, or something major that's gonna kind of maybe change a whole part of the story, and it can't just so I'm not doing any rewrites. I'm doing editing, and I'm finding like all my grammar issues, and oh my god, that's always so many. Never thought you could have so many commas, but anyway, so then I have just all this fun with writing, and I want people to kind of see that when I'm working on things like social media and the videos. Like, I kind of submitted some pretty stiff videos and not very energetic, and I want to rectify that a little bit, but I'm also a very awkward person, so it's gonna happen. Sometimes I'm just like not gonna know what the heck to talk about, and it's gonna be, you guys should submit questions. You should come and see me in person. Really give me like some questions or stories to really kind of like engage with, and say, I met some really cool people, or I had fun at an event, and I just, I really want to be better at this whole thing for all of us, because the stories that I have ideas for, not just this one, not just this Chronicles, but like, someday this creating a fantasy story in the world that we live in now, maybe I want to turn all of that into creating something bigger and more challenging, like alien war or something, far away. And it's just an attempt here for me to put out something so creative, so fun, and really kind of hopefully get you guys to really see what I'm picturing, what I'm writing about, what I'm feeling, and so that's why I'm really into writing, and that's why I'm not great with talking to people through social media. Like, I'm not here for the fans. If you go to my page, my websites, things like that, I really do appreciate it. I never mention them in the videos, but like my website's aroseweir.com, and I try to post, like, keep up to date with the blogs that I have, or the, you can make subscriptions, you could follow. I mean, I don't like being like, well, go here and follow, and go do that, and share, but the more you guys know, I guess, the better it is for you guys to kind of see more about me, and it's not just videos and me posting things that I know this and I did that, and I'm trying to really just keep it all together on my website, and if you guys find everything, I'm just one of those kind of people. I hope people find me, and that's not really gonna work with marketing and selling a book and things like that. So it's something that I'm still adjusting to, and anytime you guys think that I need to step it up or need to do something, let me know. I don't mind if I have errors on my pages, on my websites. If you guys think I need to do stuff, I'll work on it. I like the videos, I'm never sure when I'm gonna figure that out, where I can do a video on here or a video on there, and show you what I'm actually doing while I'm videoing. That would be nice. But so not that tech savvy still. But anyways, and then I, want to include you guys in the events that I'm going to be doing. So when I say, like, I'm going to be in Largo or Clearwater, I think it is, in November for Christmas Under the Oaks, and if I share it on my Facebook, and I link whatever, I'm gonna be there with, like, my social media card that I bought. It's a networking card, and I'm gonna have books that are not the one that I'm trying to publish right now, but maybe I can sneak that one in too. And it'll be nice to see you guys. So definitely take the time, keep up with my channels or my pages, and kind of tell me what I can do. Like my wife wants to do her resin shakers for the books, like, to give away. I've got bookmarks, and I'm gonna just throw into each book, or I'll sign each book a little differently while I'm there. If you guys want to hear me read something from it, if you want to hear, like, a romantic tone, or if you want to hear, like, fight scene, or if you want to hear something, like, I'm not used to all this, so please just, like, hey, why don't you do this is what normal people do. That would be great, and help me out a little with any of your suggestions, and I will definitely work with it. Okay. I have a little bit of stuff to do still. It's like under 100, but I hope you guys really feel like you get to see a little bit more than professional me. Try to have a little bit more energy each time I come, or something to kind of keep you guys engaged with what I'm doing, because as I get closer, this is all I'm gonna be doing, and my family knows it. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna disappear for a few hours, like, I'm sorry. So feel free to find a way to keep up with me, whether it's on social media, or just subscribe to the vlog videos that I send out in an email, and that'll be our way. All right, but I hope you guys have a good night, and thanks for coming around.